heartbroken by their loss of home.
Now, your first alert forecast from Live 5 News.
Hey, good Wednesday evening to you. I'm meteorologist Stephanie Sine. As we roll into the rest of the work week, definitely have some changes on the way. Still holding on to that heat tomorrow, a little bit lower with temperatures into the weekend. But we first have to get through a possible round of storms tomorrow. Right now, live radar, we're dry across the area. I mentioned that at the top of the hour, but you can see as we zoom out and kind of look up to the north, off to the west, parts of Tennessee very active tonight in terms of severe weather. All of this orange, the reds, even showing a few tornado warnings out there off in the distance. Some of this energy could move into our area tomorrow afternoon and evening. Other models are keeping the system completely away from the area. So really up in the air in terms of pinpointing this forecast. Models have been jumping around with this storm system all week long. We do have a severe outlook though for tomorrow. This is from the Storm Prediction Center from the National Weather Service. You can see most of the areas at a 2 out of 5, 5 being a high chance of severe weather, 1 being low. So we're at a 2 for at least the majority of the low country. Down to our south into Beaufort, parts of Colleton County at a 3 actually, so even higher with those severe storm chances for folks down to our south, especially closer to Georgia. Storm impacts for the afternoon and evening tomorrow. Damaging wind, that's really the main threat we're going to see with our storm activity. Possibly even some hail. We'll keep a close eye on that. Flash flooding, not so much. The system should move through pretty quickly. Tornado threat low, but also not zero. So we're going to have to just keep an eye on this storm system as it continues to evolve and push its way closer to the area tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. if you're getting up early, starting off the day, it's going to be a dry start to the day, even up until the lunchtime hour. We're pausing right around noon tomorrow. You can already see some storm activity, possibly even severe storm activity just west of I-95 before noon. And then all of this is going to make its way closer to the coastline. The question is, will it hold itself together? You know how things get here in the low country. Once we approach the coast, if we have a decent mixing with some cooler air coming off of the ocean, a sea breeze, that could help storm activity, or it could really start to rip this system apart. So that's what we're keeping an eye on for tomorrow. By 3 o'clock, still showing some spotty storms across the area. Even by 5 o'clock, showing some leftover activity before we dry out overnight. But Friday, we're still keeping a close eye on the chance of a few storms for Friday as well. But like I mentioned, these models have been jumping around quite a bit. So it's really one of those events where you just want to stick with us throughout the day tomorrow for updates with our storm activity. As of right now, it's calm, dry, a little muggy out there. It was a warm afternoon, not quite record breaking. We were getting close at one point, but really that cooler air from our sea breeze kind of cooled us off just in time. So we didn't make it to that 93. That was our record. 90 though for the high, 73 for our morning. Low temperature, very, very mild to start off the day, and it's still mild in the 70s for most of the area. Overnight lows will stay in the 70s. Once again, we are not cooling down all that much. High temperatures tomorrow ahead of this activity should get back into the 90s, could get close to the record again. We'll keep a close eye on that as well. It all depends on when those clouds move in and when the storm activity moves in. You can see once again, we do have tomorrow issued as a first alert weather day because of that storm potential. A little bit lower with temperatures on Friday, especially the weekend. If you don't love the heat, you might like the weekend. We're back to 81 on Saturday. Also not quite as humid. Mother's Day staying dry at 84 degrees. Next week, though, tracking another rain